morning, welcome to the Epic Morning Show. This is the final edition of the show for this week. I am Mohammed Jawadnyali. We are live online, live on radio, and live on TV, on Slick TV, channel 37. And as usual on Fridays, we are recapping some of the biggest stories that we did discuss here, and some of the biggest issues that also came out from the new prices with data to the Finance Act, which was in Parliament up to last night for really the scene, and so many more other things. This is a week as well that we did spoke about failing public enterprises. So we have all this and more coming your way here for the next 2 hours. We'll have business, we'll have sports, entertainment, all of that as well lined up here for you. First things first, let's start with a morning message of motivation. We now rise. This morning I was listening to Puff Dad on BBC whilst he was talking about a new album. This is the first album in 17 years, really. I mean, this is a man who don't make so much money in music that he has diversified into so many other things, and he's still making money. This is an album where he also features some people, young, old, virtually people were basically unknown. You probably haven't heard of them, but he still put them on an album, and he hopes it could be a platform for them, for let them big, for let them shine because of that big featuring there. And one of the things we say in that interview we stick out in my head is that I went from being on the stage to being a stage. So basically, it don't perform on a stage, so now na in at the stage. A way it feature, where it collaborate with people, a way you not even know, and they become big for them, because then people and they use them as a platform. In now they create the platform now for letting people and they big, let them shine. And this is completely selfless. Obviously, he will making some money, but the fact that somebody don't shine and he willing for let he use that in light way they shine with and shine them on somebody else for letting self shine, that is something we incredible. Jay-Z, for example, as a musician, he's a billionaire by himself. In wife and a billionaire. Himself, through in industry, don't also create 2 billionaires in Rihanna and Kanye West as well over the last 20 years or so. And there is no toxic jealousy even. How many of we go do so? Be the person where you don't shine till you go push other people and now let them self shine. And you use your own light for shine them on them, so other people will see them for let themselves shine. Some of we will get the spotlight. We don't want to come on at the spotlight. We just want to let it just be we no more till thy kingdom come. We not even say, oh, I get me brothers and I get me man them, or I get people who also need this light here. Let's shine them on them as well. Let me self take the backstage and use my own stage let them canting up there and share them with me. Popular Nigerian Afrobeat artist David will say, one of the most common phrases is that we rise by lifting others. So sometimes some people they feel like if they lift other people, and this is not just in music, in basically all walks of life, if they lift other people, then go down left behind in a way. But they don't say way they lift other person up. Now too they go up basically, because if that person shine, it's also credit to you again that platform there. You just have to look at what Don Jazzy and Olamide has also achieved with so many people that they don't shine a light on. And make no mistake, there are people in Sierra Leone as well. Now we country, we also they can try for do that, or we already they can do them, or some don't even do them. And you have to give credit to those people. Look at Mohamed Kalon, for example, don't play football across Europe, and then he go play in Asia, and then he retired, the biggest football export that we've ever had in this country. But for him, he came back home, established a football team, and he's here. They try for build the next generation of young footballers and let themselves be like him or even be better than him. And he's putting his money, his sweat, his time, and paying the boys as well while he's doing all of that. Jimmy B came back after the war, set up Paradise Record, and then you see a lot of young artists them go through. A lot of those artists now are legend in the music business. Some make a lot of money out of that. Drizzy League, he's still upcoming, but he also they give stage as well to other people who will not blow like Kamit, let themselves shine in light. They give them that platform, they in stage, they share it with them with humility, and they all celebrate together. So all of these people are people with a good example. Melo 7 said the other day that the sky is big enough for all the stars. And now that you need for know that this world, this universe is big for let we all succeed. So if you don't shine, you don't blow, you can also use that you light the penetrate and power that person, let self, let shine, let self, let big. And not feel say because it's big you they left behind. No. Everybody they grow together, and there is chance for everybody blossom, let everybody grow and be anything you want to be. So be the kind of person where always you want for lift others, always you want for give them space, always you want let them self shine. Let it not just be about na me no more, na me no more, na me no more. It gets monotonous sometimes. This is the Epic Morning Show. We'll be right back.
In a world where only the sharpest minds survive, Cowbell Dairy Products is delighted to present the Cowbell Capucines Challenge, a remarkable inter-secondary school quiz competition that brings Freetown secondary schools together to compete for the ultimate prize. The theme for this competition is nurturing the spirit of patriotism through civic education. This isn't your average quiz. It's an extraordinary showdown of intellects and wits. Who will claim the coveted grand prize and of course those all-important bragging rights? Get ready for a whirlwind of challenging questions, exhilarating rounds, and moments that will leave you in awe. As if that's not enough, we have fantastic prizes like trophy, cash, and cowbell products up for grabs. It's not just a competition, it's a celebration of knowledge and talent. Mark your calendars for November 16 and 17, 2023 at the FBC Multipurpose Hall beginning at 9 a.m. sharp daily. Come cheer for your school, support your friends, and be part of the excitement. Cowbell Capucines Challenge, engaging hearts, equipping minds. Proudly sponsored by Cowbell. Cowbell, a creamy goodness.
Cowbell, a creamy goodness.
All right, this has been a very engaging week in Sierra Leone because this is the week that we did discuss extensively about the failure of state-owned enterprises and how much of a burden they have been on us following that documentary that was released by IGR. And of course, it paints a very, very gloomy picture of where we are with them and what we for do about them. From Seratel to the money we don't waste in the energy sector for decades now, to the transport sector, and so many other crumbling infrastructure or institutions that will get across the country. This is the week with data and voice call tariffs went up, but yet still the government says it's a win, whilst the chief minister is advising all of us to be data wise and not use with small data for calm grumble online. Parliament, right up to last night, they were negotiating the new Finance Act. We get for see tax be added for rest will come into the country, tax be added for things like iron rod as well. What are the implications? This is something we'll look at briefly. But all of this is happening as well while APC finally don't join the gallery. Their colleagues them, that's our hill, and they don't start their work. So they have a lot of catching up to do, but it's also exciting that we now have a full house. How much this will help governance. All of these are conversations we're going to have as usual with me. Of course, favorite voices here. Stay with us. When we come next, we delve deep into these issues. All right, wherever you are, don't forget December 16th, the Epic Carnival is coming up, so you have no excuse not for buy ticket now. Ticket is just 50 dirhams wherever you are. You should be buying tickets now because all team gets for mix. You have DJ One and all the other DJs excited to meet you, including us. So it's an opportunity for the World Go Sabi Reserve at Monjasa Park, Namoriton Field on December 16th. So mark it in your calendar. And don't forget, with BNB, you can now be your own boss with just your smartphone, because an agent with BNB POS today can get access to all the services. You can pay BNB, RIA, MoneyGram, Western Union, and other codes, send money, and locally and international as well. You can also cash out, sell top up, EDSA. For any inquiries, you can call on 072-500-000. BNB POS, you shop now your pockets. And don't forget, we'll be talking to BNB today later on in the show. But don't also miss that quiz competition where they come up later by Cowbell. Of course, Cowbell are the #1 milk across the country right now. So they are also nourishing kids as well, for make them participate in this brainiac competition. So stay with Cowbell as well. And don't forget, interesting groups, interesting matchups all coming up. All right. Good morning, gentlemen. All right, let's get straight into a conversation here this morning. Good morning, Melvin.
Good morning, Jawad, and good morning, Fambulden.
So we understand, say up to late last night, parliamentarians were still, looking at the nitty-gritty of the new Finance Act. All of that is coming, whilst we know, say, the Minister of Finance is scheduled to appear today for talk about the 2024 budget and waiting here for Dede. So tell me about those very, very sticky details and we make them late last night for done this, if they done herself in the first place.
Well, firstly, you know, the budget not will pass if the Finance Act not pass, and definitely Parliament was on track in making sure that due process be followed. And yes, you are right. The delay the debate being prolonged, not because necessarily because of the Finance Act, but before that, Parliament been done ratify the rail and port lease agreement. We all be done saying that be much talking points. So finally, Parliament extend that agreement into 20 years, and with some several changes. And on the question where you ask, I think the sticky points then being get for do with the Finance Act 2024, and this basically they provide for the imposition and alteration of taxes to give effect to the financial proposals of the government and to provide for other related matters for the financial year 2024. The issues where many people are on the flag now, of course, if you look at, for example, Customs Tariff Act of 1978, there is this proposal on Part 2 of the Schedule A, we have to do with the tariff, we have to do with cement, the proposal coming up for 20%. There was a lot of, back and forth on that, and also on rice. Rice, interestingly, 5% effective 1st January 2024, and 10% effective 1st January 2025. Within this, they try to say, basically, it's a progressive tax, and, listening to the finance minister, he was saying that in as much as government don't put boku cop up on this importation, yet still the price not go down. So the government want to put in foot into this unsheltered waters. We don't know waiting for be the repercussions. Of course, on 10% iron road also, I hear me brother the talk say. So that's basically, but I think so we understand what's the rationale for the Finance Act. It's basically a document wherein government want to look at in revenue mobilization strength and weaknesses, and put that into juxtaposition with, let's say, items, goods, services, and all of that. So government, on one hand, they tell you, say they want to offend more copper by way of imposing and altering some of them, tax them. However, on the other hand, you ask, what's the earning power of the ordinary Sierra Leonean? So make sure that then document here, get reflection. It's quite it's quite a huge issue. But the economists think able for dissect some well, but basically Parliament don't do their own job.
Okay.
And it left to the Ministry of Finance for can popularize this act. Also, Parliament also get it.
Did they agree on all of those details?
Well, thankfully, Honorable is here, and,
All right.
and he's supposed to speak for his colleagues.
We have to welcome Honorable Alpha Ben Masare. Just a minute, we're going to come to you. Kelvin, one of the